Los Angeles Rams are world champions. A Lombardi trophy for Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Rams are world champions. A Lombardi trophy for Los Angeles.
The Ramilia Sports Report is now live and on air. The Ramilia Sports Report is now live and on air. The Ramilia Sports Report is now live and on air. The Ramilia Sports
Testing. What is up, my Ramilia fans of the Los Angeles Rams, the NFC West defending champion, Los Angeles Rams? Let me know in the chat if the sound is okay. I was having some technical difficulties, and that's what was the delay. It's always something. So my laptop, I switched my laptops back to the other laptop I had before, and it only has 2 USB ports. It has a bunch of USB-C ports, but I don't have the cables for those. So I'm trying to make do. So I don't even have my mouse. I'm using, I don't have my wireless mouse. So, but anyway, it's fine. I just want to make sure that I have my microphone is working. It looks like it's connected. Let me look in there real quick and look at the the audio meter. But yeah, let me know in the chat if the audio is okay, if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Thank you, Willie Bowen. Appreciate you. So remember when it's just one game. So I understand that, and it's just preseason. But remember when I was telling you, there's some, and I'm not going to say who it was. Everyone has a right to their opinion. There were people that were writing off the Ram content creators. They were writing off Stetson Bennett, right? And you kind of hear them change their tune a little bit. He can be a really good quarterback in this league. A pretty good back. They add the backup. Now let's look across the NFL landscape when it comes to quarterbacks. Sam Darnold got a huge contract. Is he a great quarterback? No. Geno Smith, he's been pretty good, kind of, a fringe guy, but he's a franchise quarterback. Well, he's a starting quarterback, and he, is a franchise quarterback in all respects. Brock Purdy, he came on the scene, had one great season, and then he had injuries. But you take a couple of guys from that team, and then he's average Joe. But he's a 7th round pick, and he's played well above the ceiling. But would you say that he's an elite quarterback? No, not at all. Stetson Bennett. Look what they did to Shador. They're like, man, we should have picked him up, right? They did that because of the headache that Deion Sanders can be, the circus, the reporters and stuff. But and also to some of the things, I guess he went to allegedly, I don't know this for sure. I don't really pay attention to the Browns. But I guess he had like an entourage going with him to the locker room or into the stadium. I don't know. I saw a clip and somebody said, look at Shador's entourage. I'm like, what? But Stetson Bennett, listen to what I'm saying. He has to prove it at the pro level for sure. Okay. If he doesn't, then I'm wrong. But listen to what I'm saying. Mobility, check. Been in big games and show that he can do it. Check. Has anyone ever handed him anything? No, he's earned everything. The good arm, you saw the deep throw on the sidelines with touch. The agility to move around, shake and bake, and he's just barely getting comfortable. He's not, right now, if a meter was 10 when it comes to comfortability and experience and all that stuff, he's like at a 6.5, 7 right now. he hasn't had a lot of reps. He took that year off for his mental well-being and all that stuff, and that's fine. It's stunted its growth. And but this guy, as long as he stays focused like he is and he's locked in, right, and he works at his craft. I mean, you don't walk on and win 2 national championships with the team, and the guy's got swag, the guy's got moxie, the guy, he's got cojones. That's a good quarterback. Now remember what Sean McVay did with Jared Goff. Jared Goff was having issues. Jared Goff has they're 2 different quarterbacks, Stetson Bennett and Jared Goff. But remember, they were saying Jared Goff is a bust and blah 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 blah, right? Jared Goff this and that. McVay has to hold his hand. McVay is within the 15-second, look for the man down, look for the cover zone. He would help him. They were giving him that flack, but he still had to make the plays. He fast tracked his development. Baker Mayfield got off the plane, and with the hype of a coach believing in you and putting you in positions that you can be successful. Baker Mayfield rejuvenated his career. Now, Stetson Bennett. Now, what has Brock Purdy done? Because remember what I told you. To me, and he has to prove it at the pro level. He hasn't yet. He hasn't even started a game. But just listen to me real quick. To me, he's basically Brock Purdy, a little bigger body, a little more stout, not just in his legs. He's got a better arm, and plus he's actually has personality and he has swag. I mean, Brock Purdy, kind of look at him, he's kind of like the kid assassin. He tries very good. He's done a great job. All those great statistics against the teams that the Niners have played, you can't throw that away. But you're telling me that with Sean McVay, Devontae Adams, a Cooper Kupp, this plethora of running backs that we have now, shout out to Cody. I nicknamed him the Juice, number 32, Schrader. With that little shake and bake and all that, the Cody Schrader is probably got Ronnie the Rivers Run Deep off of the roster now, because we can't. And remember, he came from the Niners. God bless them. They're like the gift that keeps on giving. God bless them. Isn't that something? So here's Cody. Now he still has to make the team, but I think that basically he's going to take the Rivers Run Deep, Ronnie Rivers spot. And I like Ronnie Rivers, and it's only one game, so we'll see if he can keep it up. But I think he has a real chance to take his place on the roster. And then Blake Corum finally got his first NFL touchdown of the season. The Rams offensive line looked really good. And again, it's just backups playing, but would you rather have your backups playing good than not, right? So that's all you can ask for of these backups. What the heck is going on with my what's going on? Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. The other guy, I think, OJ Willie Bowen's dude, wide receiver, one of his favorites. Xavier Smith was uncoverable. They didn't have anybody on the field that could cover him. And hold on, what the heck's going on with this thing here? There we go. What the heck is going on? But yes, indeed. And then I got to give you something. So I don't know if you guys saw it. So Dak Prescott, we'll get back to this, but Dak Prescott was in the beginning with Stan Kroenke, and he was basically alluding to that. We'll see you guys in the NFC Championship game. We'll get, and Stan Kroenke's like, okay, yeah. Jerry, come get your guy. I'll bring that to you in a second, but who cares about them? We'll come back to the Rams. So, like I said, Stetson Bennett has to prove that he can do it at the pro level. He has to prove that he can do it at the pro level. So don't get me wrong, but Brock Purdy's game and Stetson Bennett game is very similar, except Brock Purdy never did nothing in college. Okay, Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships, and he's got a better arm. Now he has to prove that he can do it in the pros. And you're telling me that a Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, Brock Purdy, these are NFL starters, can do it, and not Stetson Bennett? Now it's all up to him. He has to have his mind right. He has to realize that he doesn't have to do everything in one play. Use your feet, throw it out of bounds, be smart with the ball. As long as you do that, this defense will get it back to you. Sean McVay will put you in situations where it's going to be productive for you. So let's just pump the brakes on him being the all-in, because I'm just telling you, if we draft a quarterback, Stetson Bennett may beat them out. Depending if we use them number 1 picks, but he's an asset. Look at around the league. These guys get injured and stuff. There's some bad quarterbacks out there. And Stetson Bennett, we haven't even seen the surface of what he can do. You guys saw those throws. Now it's only preseason, but I'm still bullish on my guy Stetson Bennett, man, because he the guy's just got something. There's something about him. There's like some magic in there, so we'll get back to that as well, and I'll show you some clips. But I appreciate you guys joining me today for today's Sunday Night Live LA Rams Ramelia Sports Report. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for so much for coming in. But yeah, the players of the game that stood out: Cody the Juice Schrader, number 32; Xavier Smith, OJ Willie Bowen's guy; Lampkin, the lineman, offensive lineman. Josiah Stewart got his sack, and we got depth everywhere. Let's see. Sean Dolick was running around. Chris Paul Jr. had the green dot. He was running around. The secondary was looking good. I mean, for a long time, the Cowboys were stymied. And also too, our offensive line backups. Now these are backups. But I'm just reporting on what we all saw. These are backups. But would you rather have your backups execute and play better than theirs? That's where it comes. Yeah, but my backup played better than yours. That's just the way that goes. But that's important because guys can fill in. Guys get experience. And with our injuries, that's the flip of the coin. That with the injuries that we've had on the offensive line, some guys were able to get some regular season, experience. But our offensive line, for the most part, was allowing us to run. It was allowing us to do whatever we want. Stetson Bennett was sitting back there in the pocket at times, didn't even have to use his legs, and he's trying to be more of a pocket passer instead of just run and gun. But he can do off the cuff plays, and that's what I like about it. I would even say this, that I wouldn't be surprised in the playoffs somewhere, some big down, that Sean McVay brings him in and features him like what's the Saints quarterback that Sean Payton used to do that with. They used to bring him in for a down and have him run some weird play where he's either going to run or throw it. But there's a lot of things you can do with this guy, and Jimmy Garoppolo sat out too. He's been playing good. That's starters and QB2. QB1 is going to practice Monday. Everything went well. He threw 60-some passes, meaning it's Matthew Stafford. And so in practice, and he's looking good. And so, everything is working out the way we want it. Larry Jackson is doing his thing, working out too. He's getting stuff together. And so there is a possibility that Larry Jackson might be put on the side, but I don't really think that we're going to need to do that. I don't think that we're going to need to do that because I think he's going to be okay. But we will see what happens. We have a lot of depth on the offensive line. The thing about Sean McVay, and I would have loved to have seen Terrence Ferguson out there. The one thing about Stetson Bennett too is one of his favorite receivers is Davis Allen. Davis Allen had a good game too, and just barely misconnected on a deep pass over the middle with Konata Mumpfield, and Konata Mumpfield did drop one. That happens. He's wanted to, he's had a great camp and OTAs, and he's turned heads, and he's like, dang, he wanted that one back, and he dropped it. But he was in there fighting for a ball. There was one ball that was tipped in the middle. Great dime by Stetson Bennett. The guy just barely tipped it. Now, that's where he needs to learn when that comes with experience, where Matthew Stafford looks off the linebacker a little more. And then now you can fit it in there because the linebacker was just a little bit late and he tipped it. And Konata Mumpfield got the catch on that one. I'll give you the clip for that one too. So let's just get right into the chat. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for joining me on this Sunday night. Since the game was yesterday, it's Sunday. Wind day Sunday, wind night Sunday, the day after we win. Brian Smith says, "Where's Rumble?" I tweeted Rumble. I go, Rumble. The Niners are supposed to be better, right? It looks to me like they continued where they left off yesterday with the loss. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Flacco, my guy Flacco says, hold on one second. Flacco says, yeah, we got that preseason win. We got that back up the Soldier where we're down a player. Cuba Rudy, let's go. Puro Ramstados. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Steve says, sound was good till you started talking. Appreciate it, man. This new laptop has got a lot more stuff than the other laptop, but it only has 2 USB connections, and I'm like, how can I? Here's my thing for this microphone, so I just had to take some stuff off and whatever. But appreciate you, Willie Bowen. Appreciate you guys coming in. Let's get into the first clip. But yeah, it was really good. I mean, it's just preseason, but you know what? We've had years where we didn't look good at all. And so let's get into the first clip. This is the one that I was telling you about, just to start it off. So Dak Prescott was meeting with Stan Kroenke. I'm cueing this clip first. Hold on. I have that back because it's on this laptop now. All right, here we go. Oh, hold on. Let me pause it and set this up. I don't know if you can hear the audio, but basically they're all, and he's joking, but they're basically all there hanging out. There's Stan Kroenke with his back towards us in the middle in the blue jacket, and there's Dak Prescott. See if you can hear it, but he's basically saying, well, we'll see you guys again in the NFC Championship game. And then Stan Kroenke's like, yeah, sure. And there's Jerry Jones right there. There it is. That's funny. Hold on, what's up with my clip? Anyway, that was I just saw that I got a good laugh out of it. My clip didn't want to reset after that, but yeah. So there he is saying we're going to be in the NFC Championship game. And you even saw Jerry Jones like pat him on the shoulder. Yeah, he's his bullshit. You know, we knows when I can be. But God bless him. You know, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. I do that old Sam Cooke song with the Niners, with the Cowboys and Niners highlights in the background. It's been a long time coming. Jock 42, what's up, Rudy? How you doing, man? Appreciate you on this Victory Sunday is what I was looking for earlier. Jock 42 says, try Brian and Willie. What's up? Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. Love it, love it, love it. SoCal Ram 88. Yo, what's up, Ramley? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you. Love it, love it, love it. But there's a lot to be looking forward to, man. We got a lot of young guys, a lot of young backups. Everyone's looking good, man. Everyone's looking good. Fox says Bennett is Rudy's new Bryce Perkins. Hey, I was right about Bryce Perkins to a point, man. He won. The man went to UFL and won the MVP. He couldn't even get a start here. They're like, John Wolford, you go out there. And then reluctantly, they let Bryce Perkins get a start. I'm like, man, well, why is John Wolford in there? I like him too, but come on now. Steve says, do you ever stream with Payo Time? Yeah, we've done it before. He's a good buddy of mine. He's my Canadian Rams brother. I met him over there at SoFi too, and all that stuff. I got Stockton says I actually like Bennett also, but lots to prove. Yeah, he's got a lot to prove. All I'm saying is this is we're thinking about drafting a guy, and we're thinking about how McVay's playbook would be with a mobile quarterback, a younger guy, and we got a 2-time national champion that has a good arm, has been in the league. One of them you take it out because he wasn't there; he was getting himself together, but he's been in the league for over 3 years in the McVay system. Looking at Matthew Stafford, and I'm sure they do some talk on the sidelines, and Matthew Stafford gives some pointers. And man, I mean, it's right there for us. It's right there for us. And if it doesn't work out, if so be it. He doesn't cost a lot of money, and that's just the way that goes. Stockton says, Rumble said the Winers are playing possum. Yeah, they've been playing possum for I got to tell you this. I agree with Rumble. They've been playing possum. They've been playing possum for 30 some odd years. Oh, man. SoCal says, Ram should have kicked the tires on Trey Lance. Look how he's developing. Yeah, I mean, the guy, he was brought into a horrible situation. Hold on. He was brought into a horrible situation with Kyle Shanahan because they were in win now mode, and they were like, okay, get in there. Luckily, Brock Purdy saved them because he's the perfect quarterback to go into that system and just start playing well because of his mobility and little short passes that he has. And then you got like George Kittle. At that time, they had Debo and they had CMC, and basically they're just like, don't mess up, kid. So okay, says he went to 2 bad organizations that don't develop QBs. Yep. Poor kid. Willie Bond says, Rudy, Xavier Smith should be in the wide receiver corp with Nakua, Adams, Atwell, and Winnington, as well as doing kick returns. Yeah, man, listen, you called it. We liked him as in kick returning, but he was uncoverable. Let me see if let grab a clip of him. Hold on. I hate not having my mouse to get these clips. Actually, hold on. Before we do this, hold on. All right. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let me get these dogs inside. They're barking at the neighbors. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. Bye. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Here we go. Let's get into the first clip.
Shotgun snap, Stetson Bennett. Cowboys coming after.
Let me set this up. All right, here we go.
Shotgun snap, Stetson Bennett. Cowboys coming after him. He heaves down the left sideline and caught! Xavier Smith reels it in.
What a drive for Xavier Smith.
That's Willie Bowen's dude. That's Willie Bowen's guy right there, Xavier Smith, baby. Xavier Smith, that was a dime on the sidelines, man. And listen, the kid's got something, and I'll keep saying it, and eventually, if it doesn't work out, it is what it is. But for the most part, I mean, you already have some people changing their tunes already about Stetson Bennett, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Travis Rogers, can you hear me? Oh man, but yeah, so I think the kid's just got something, man. He's got a long way to go, but he's not the starter, and Jimmy Garoppolo's there for this year. But another year under his belt, and we'll go from there. But I mean, the kid's got just about everything that we need when it comes to a quarterback. He just has to get the reps and show that he can do it at this level. Let's see. And then the defense was awesome too, man. They stymied the Cowboys. Let's get to the QB. Here we go.
Half there and be able to get home with a 4-man rush is big.
Sean, let's stay on Stewart. Michael Hoyt's gone. There's opportunity for him.
So Josiah Stewart got his first sack of his career, and there's just another guy. Guys to be able to come in, learning from our main guys, and it's such a big breath of fresh air to have so much depth on these teams, and they feel a lot more. They feel a lot more comfortable because of the other guys there. They don't have to be the man. They can just come along slowly. Love it. Jock 42 says Cody looked nice out there. He really does, man. That number 32 out there running around, he had that shake and bake. I coined him. I tweeted out something like Alan Sales posted something with a clip, and I go, man, Cody, the Juice Schrader out there wearing number 32. Here he is getting a touchdown right here. I believe this. Let's see. Is this it? Let's see. Let me bring up that clip. All right, here he goes getting a touchdown.
Stetson Bennett calls for the shotgun snap. Cowboys send 4. He checks it down middle.
I'm sorry. Do you guys see that pause in the middle of it? The pause thing. Let me set this up and get that out of the way. Here we go.
Stetson Bennett calls for the shotgun snap. Cowboys send 4. He checks it down middle. It's Schrader. He's in. Touchdown, Cody Schrader. Touchdown, LA.
That's a nice job.
And so he can also he's a battering ram. He's a load. He can also catch out of the backfield. And so I think the guy's going to get a roster spot over Rodney the Rivers Run Deep. And so we weren't even talking about him. That just shows you what can happen in the NFL. You get your opportunity and you look good, and there it is. Tribe says Jacques 42 smoke Rambo like a turkey. Rambo, he keeps posting the picture of Eddie DeBartolo Jr. with the 5 Super Bowl trophies. And I'm like, Rambo, those are the old hits. I mean, do we not understand over there that was then, this is now? I mean, oh man. Okay, that's like saying, okay, let's look at it this way. Like, let's say you're a big video gamer like me, and I'm over here with the, there's the reports that the PS6 is going to come out in a couple of years. I'm over there with my brand new PS6. All these great hits. Some of the top games that came out. And then that would be like Rambo showing me like, well, I got this. Even though I love the old school stuff too, I got this Turbo Graphics. Oh man, come on now. You're gonna keep posting that picture until we're all gone. But yeah, so it's fun. It's fun going back and forth with that. Steve says, so Bennett's gonna jump Jimmy G for QB2. I don't think so, because Jimmy Garoppolo hasn't been playing the preseason. No, he's not. Let's just say it that way. No, he's not, because there's not enough time, and he's getting a chance. This is his chance to show what he could do. Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be there one more year, and then he's going to probably get offered a starting quarterback position, because the landscape, there's always injuries. Guys need quarterbacks, and he's going to be rehabilitate himself with Sean McVay. That's a great segue here. Stockton said, "Did you see Lamb get run over by referee?" Yeah, it was funny because he didn't get hurt. It was funny anyway, but I'm glad he didn't get hurt. Here's the clip that Stockton's talking about. Ouch. Okay, let me set this.
Yeomans on the sideline can clear things up as we look at.
So let me pause it, and I'm going to set it up because the video comes up so quick, and then this stuff's in the way. Here we go.
Yeomans on the sideline can clear things up as we look at CeeDee Lamb on the sideline. Kyle?
Yeah, guys, this happened right in front of me. CeeDee Lamb was celebrating Jonathan Mingo getting behind his defender. He was so excited he jumped in front of an official, and the official ran over CeeDee Lamb on the sideline. That's where the penalty comes in, and he was off the side.
And so they penalized it. Listen, things are bad in Dallas when you get careened by a ref, and the referee could have got hurt too, because he's not expecting some guy to be on the sideline. And this is a preseason game. I can see like a Super Bowl or something. Somebody's like, I got to see better. Imagine getting hurt by a ref or hurting a ref. And so not only did he get ran over, he got a penalty. Oh, man. Something else. Dang it, Dottie. Flacco says Stetson Bennett did very well against the Cowboys. Yes, he did, baby. He was dealing. He was dealing. And the offensive line, shout out to the offensive line. Steve says that should have been on the cover of Madden. CeeDee getting whiplash. Man, that's crazy. It's crazy. SoCal says maybe next year. Yeah. Listen, if he keeps progressing the way he is, and he's gonna be able to play more preseasons, another preseason game. And we just booked a scrimmage and workout with the Saints. I think it's finalized now because the talking about a plethora of injuries. Our little brothers at SoFi that sleep on our couch. The Chargers have a lot of injuries, so they had to back out of the workout with us. Steve says, Saturday was out in LA, so I didn't see any of the game. It's on an NFL Network too, NFL Network, and they have the replay and stuff. If you're able to have that, if you have those apps, you can see it as well. How you doing, my guy Burrow? What's up, Rudy? Rams look great, ready to play the Texans. Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. My guy SM says, Rudy, how you doing, SM? Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate it. And as always, I forget to do this. Hold on. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. That way it lets more people find the stream, and we can be all in here together. Because listen, I've said this before. This is going to be our journey. I mean, last year's journey. Hold on, my grandson is throwing a fit. Hopefully it's not too bad on your guys' end. They're going to pick into the room in a second. This is our journey. Last year, we were 13 yards away from getting to the NFC Championship game, and we didn't make it. Would have loved to have Ernest Jones playing for us at the linebacker position with Omar Spates. Maybe we could have hindered some of those deep runs. Would have loved to have Kyron Williams not put the ball on the carpet. But it is what it is, man. But this is our journey. We have great draft picks and undrafted draft picks to go with these guys that are already in the second, third year. It's going to be an amazing year, man. I'm looking forward to it. Travis says, Steve-O, 32 years in the landfill. You guys are crazy. Steve-O says, I won with OBJ first TD in our Super Bowl, $500. Oh, nice. Got robbed in Darnold MVP. Ah, that's nice. 500 bills, baby. 500 bills. Make that money, baby. Make that money. Shock 42 says the McVay Stafford commercial was cool. Is there a new one? I talk about the old one. SM says Josiah Stewart, Michael Williams. Man, he's already hurt. I hope he's okay. And they got him. Get this. Supposedly they got him to be an edge rusher. Talk about Michael Williams, and he likes to play inside more. So who's going to be at the edge then? You know, he actually plays better on the inside. But yeah, Josiah Stewart, I really like him, man. Michigan guy. Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. Stockton's Rudy, we have the respect Jerry Jones. Yes, exactly right. Jerry Jones, Stockton hit it right on the head, and that's why Stan Kroenke puts up with the Raiders still beating Oxnard. Jerry Jones was one of the main. So listen, I'm going to say it like this. I don't hold back. You have the main owners. You have the Stan Kroenke. You have the I don't remember the name, but the Bears. The OG franchises, the Bears, the Giants, Robert Kraft and the Patriots, when he took over the team, won them Super Bowls. You have Stan Kroenke, Moneybags Kroenke, won a championship in almost every level. He got an NHL championship. He won an NBA championship, won a Super Bowl with the Rams. I mean, he's still going. I mean, he's got other the man got his building an empire. And we'll talk about that in the next stream because the Rams, the Woodland Hills Project, the training facility, the headquarters of the Rams will eventually be done. The shopping center, Rams Village. Don't get it confused with Santa's Village. When all that is done, the Rams are staking their claim in they're staking their claim in what's the word I'm looking for? Staking their claim and foothold in Los Angeles and building a Rams empire. And I hate to use that word because you got the regular season empire up north, but because they're going to have the spare no expense. When it's all said and done, the Rams are the third most profitable franchise in sports. They're more profitable than the Lakers, just so you know. And guess who's not even in the top 10? None of the other NFC West teams, including our little brothers up north. Who else brings you that news? Nobody. And it's all true. These are some of the things that my guy Rambo says. You're so delusional. Send. Yeah, well, but listen, and what does this mean? It's not just bragging; it's just giving you a taste of the elite franchise that we are blessed to have. I mean, this I said this years ago before we won the Super Bowl that this is almost like Ramelot. The Camelot, the old school legend. You got Sean. I was going to say Sean Kroenke, Stan Kroenke, the owner. Basically, write a check, no expense. Here you go, man. Who you want? You want Matthew Stafford, get it done. Von Miller, OBJ, get it done. And Doug McKinsu, get it done. Marcus Peters, get it done. Aqib Talib, okay. You're gonna pay Todd Gurley, okay, but then he got hurt. All that stuff, right? It's amazing, man. The team in going on the 9th year in Los Angeles. And two Super Bowl appearances. They won a Super Bowl, the first Super Bowl in Los Angeles, the second NFL championship for the Rams. They won in 1951 NFL championship in the Coliseum. The second time the Rams have been NFL champions in Los Angeles, period. The second time. And so it's an amazing period for us. And we're all happy and elated. The NFL Network headquarters is in SoFi Stadium. Across the street in the property. So the Rams are the crown jewel of the West Coast NFL franchises. Make no mistake about it. The Cowboys are the top gross and all that stuff, worldwide. Well, we're right behind them. They are worth over $10 billion, and the Rams are close to $8 billion. Get to $8 billion. Once we get our foothill in the five major Asian countries, or the three major Asian countries rather: South Korea, Japan, and China, Australia, Mexico, the worldwide brand, Hawaii this year. The Rams have a history with Hawaii from the 70s. The fan base is growing. That's why we're spending a lot of time in the community, in the schools, in the high schools, and so in a few years you're going to say, wow, every game is packed now, and so that's the way it goes. Because listen, there was a lot of bad blood when the Rams left and went to St. Louis, and also a lot of Ram fans, OG Ram fans, passed away, and then so their kids, my dad used to like the Rams, but they're in St. Louis. Let me go with anyone but the Chargers. No, I'm just kidding. That's what would happen, because in Southern California is really weird, because you'll see a fan club of the Miami Dolphins, because when the Rams and Raiders both left, you'll see the Buffalo Bills. There was no team, and so. But yeah, I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent, but I just wanted to tell you that the Rams are building something, and you guys are a part of it. And so these are things that you don't hear anywhere else, and it's all true. And it's important because now free agents want to come. They want to come to Los Angeles anywhere, but it's a first-class franchise. Everything. They took the team to Maui for mini camp. I mean, that just shows you. The Rams are one of the most desired franchises, family franchises, when it comes to endorsements and things like that. So just to let you know. And but anyway, let's go. Brian Smith says, Rudy, have you ever streamed with Jake? No, I haven't done that. People have reached out to me. I haven't reached out to him yet, but I would like to. The guy knows the stuff when it comes to the college. He knows the stuff about for a little while. He still had, I just say a little while because I think he knows Jordan Rodriguez. I respect her a lot, and so she gives him some good information. That's why I was surprised when he was wrong about Aaron Donald, about Matthew Stafford. Because I remember he was saying like Matthew Stafford is like 40% gone, going to be, or it's up to 40% that he's going to stay around, and I was like, where'd you hear that from? But everyone's human. We're not. We make mistakes. That's what he thought at that time, according to the information that he had. But I really like him. He's one of the best. He knows his stuff. He's up on it on the draft position, and I listened to his broadcast too from time to time, and I'm like, wow, that is something. That's the thing with him, is he knows his stuff, and he gives you the numbers and everything. And like I follow USC Trojans, but I don't really look at other teams until we have our draft positions and stuff like that. But I really like him. I would like to do a stream with the Rams brothers, Jake Ellenbogen, Rams House and Rams House TV, just all of us together. And just so everybody can come in and everybody can see like the Rams content creators, because one of the things I'm different from a lot of them. And there's an older guy too. I can't remember his name, but he's pretty good too. I was a Ram fan when they were here in Southern California the first time, when they were in Anaheim Stadium. So I can harken back to the Kevin Green days, the Jim Everett days, the Woman Who Shall Be Nameless days, and then I can go back to St. Louis, because it was always loyalty over location. We stayed Ram fans, and then now they're back in Los Angeles. So, but I would love to do that. I just haven't reached out. I've just been really busy, and he's been busy with his schedule, and but I really like what he's all about. He's a really positive Ram influencer. Content creator and influencer. Michael says, "What's up, Rudy and the Ramilia? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you guys." I do give him a little heck about being a Yankee fan, though. I tweet him when the Rams beat him. I was like, I'm sorry. I forgot what I told him, but yeah. Lucy Fuckers, what up, Rudy? Gave you SO on Jay Elon. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you. Yes, she says the only thing that worries me about the Rams is injuries, especially the first 2 weeks of the season. Yeah, man, the injuries. Even when we win the Super Bowl, we still have to have injuries. 2018, Cooper Kupp's not even there because he got injured earlier. Todd Gurley was a shadow of himself. And unfortunately, we had a young Jared Goff who was a little late on the trigger on a couple of deep balls. And so we lost that game. Going into the fourth quarter, it was 3-3 or 3-0. And then they didn't give us the call at the goal line when they grabbed Cooks' arm. And it could have been 10. It could have been 10-3, and then the rest could have been history. And then in 2021, we were already out without Bobby Trees, but then we got OBJ. The great Ram in the Sky came through for us with that. We got Von Miller, and then we're down to our third string tight end, Blanton, and we still won. OBJ went down. He was looking to get MVP of the Super Bowl. He was cooking them because they were focusing on Cooper Kupp. He goes down, and we still win the Super Bowl. So even in the Super Bowl that we win, we still have injuries galore, man. In the Super Bowl in '79, Jack Youngblood is playing the John Wayne in cleats, the legendary Jack Youngblood, number 85 for your scorecards, the Hall of Famer, Jack Youngblood. Is playing with the fractured fibia, for heaven's sakes. And I remember telling him a couple times, hey, Jack, a couple of those deep passes that Terry Bradshaw hit, man, can you imagine if you didn't have that crack, that fractured fibia, and you're able to get to full speed and get to him, maybe hit his arm or knock it out of his arm? He goes, man, I think he looked up at me like that. He goes, I think about it all the time, because imagine a healthy Jack Youngblood. And those, because it takes a while, Terry Bradshaw's like this, and he's pumping way back, and here comes Jack Youngblood around the outside, Jim Youngblood's coming this side, Hacksaw Runners pushing the middle, Orendorf is in there, Ellendorf is right there ready to pick it off. Just a little, second and a half faster with the healthy Jack Youngblood, boy. But yeah, someone like that, and see. This is why when it comes to those ram horns, the full ram horn, I wanted for them too. I don't know if you guys saw the Rams Brothers podcast with they had CEO Demoff, Kevin Demoff, and they were talking about a lot of good stuff. And but the one thing I wish that they would have told him, and he says that he reads the comments, so you guys be respectful when you comment to him. But I would love to interject something with them or talk to Demoff and say, Kevin, I know, the Rams are back to Los Angeles, because he was kind of alluding to how the Rams have moved a few times. So that's why they're kind of like not so big on going to the throwback things. But my point is this, is the Rams, even though they've moved a few times, right, their home has always been Los Angeles because they've been there the longest. And the logo came when they were, the logo and the colors. That's what everybody recognized them for. They never won a Super Bowl with the St. Louis colors. They won with the blue and the royal blue and the gold, the yellow, the mustard yellow, we call it. And so, but that ram horn is iconic because the Rams were the first franchise to paint a logo on their helmets. And so, I mean, it looks okay. The logo looks okay. This LA logo. This LA logo looks okay, but you see where it's split in the middle, I just wish it was that full ram horn, man. I just wish it was that full ram horn, because we're the Rams. When have you ever seen a ram with a split logo? And I know that they were trying to do some kind of modern, take on it, but and then the numbers too, make them solid numbers. I don't like that faded in the bottom thing. That's one thing I would love to talk. So that's when I say, when I do my gear, I'm very picky. It will come out, I promise you. Stockton says, but yeah, that was a great podcast, but you guys got to check it out though. I like those guys. I would love to do a thing with them too. Stockton says, oops, sorry. How did you cut your arm, Rudy? Did you piss off the wife? No, it wasn't a cut. It's a burn. So, everyone cooks with air fryers and stuff. And so I'm like, they had just used it and I didn't realize that. And it's cooling down. And so I opened the lid and I reached in there. I saw some crumbs in there. So like kind of, flaking them out. It was, I don't know what it was. It was like chicken nuggets or something. And I was just going to put some garlic bread in there for the spaghetti. And I put my hand there like this. I'm like, ah. That's what happened, man. I was mad too. I was like, damn it. Stockton says, are you going to see the new movie called Weapons? Yeah, I want to see that, man. That's crazy. The guy's eyes are bugging out and stuff. Yes, indeed. How you doing, Joe? Jose Diaz. How you doing, brother? Appreciate you coming in. Hit the subscribe button and come in here more often, brother. Appreciate you coming in and joining us. Appreciate you. Welcome, brother. Bryce says Xavier makes the final roster. Yes, he's gonna make the. Well, he's already has to because he's our kickoff returner. We got the guy from Philadelphia. His name escapes me, but I really like Xavier, and his stock has risen. Let me get into a clip. I got to yapping. Before that, let's get into a clip about Matthew Stafford. Here we go.
Yeah, there was some optimism.
Let me pause it so I can set this up correctly for you guys. Here we go.
Yeah, there was some optimism yesterday from the Los Angeles Rams and their quarterback, Matthew Stafford. Probably the biggest injury news to come out of this game happened before the game. Matthew Stafford, their starting quarterback, who, of course, has not played at all in the preseason, has been basically a bystander watching practice, dealing with an aggravated disc in his back. Did throw yesterday, did work out, threw about 60 throws, according to head coach Sean McVay. All different kinds of throws, some deep, some they changed the launch point, really got him moving around, wanted to make sure that he was okay. It was his first big test of the preseason. He is expected to practice tomorrow. That is another significant step for Matthew Stafford, giving him a little under 4 weeks to get ready for the start of the regular season for the Rams, which would be excellent.
So there you go. There you go. 60 passes, 6-0. So listen, I told you guys before, he's only a human being, but I expect him to be there. And I like that Jimmy Garoppolo. And remember, I'm starting to call Jimmy Garoppolo JG, because Jimmy Garoppolo with Matthew Stafford, scratch that. Jimmy Garoppolo, aka JG, with Sean McVay, he put a little chest out more. He puts him in the right mind frame, getting ready for the game, giving him plays that he can take care of. And with these plethora of weapons, I mean, just don't mess it up, Jimmy, if you have to be in there. So I think that we can win along the way with make sure Matthew Stafford is okay. But I expect him to be there game one. Do I want Jimmy Garoppolo to play at all? No. But I think he'll be okay because listen, he looked good in the practice. He's looked good in the scrimmages. But this is a team that's loaded, and Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can win in the NFL. Forget the Raiders stuff. Nobody wins with them right now anyway. So that's just want to tell you. My guy Stockton says, Rudy, I'm just waiting for them to confirm the NFC West Roundtable show will be on the same day of the game, and I'll get the ticket. Oh, awesome, man. Appreciate you, my guys. I was going to call you Stetson Bennett. My guy Stockton. Me and him are going to check out the Rams 49er game, man. Hope you guys are able to go. We're going to check out the roundtable guys, and my guy is going to give Jake some support, and I kind of tease him. I'm like, Jake, you're too nice to those guys. and Jesse Nader's a great guy. I like him, and you gotta be, you gotta give him a little because I still remember the year the Rams won the Super Bowl. And again, he's a good guy, everything, but he picked us to come in third. I remember that. I still remember, I got receipts. Matter of fact, I got his receipt. I got his receipt right. So, but yeah. Brian Smith says, where is Niners Kenny tonight? Did we finally run him off? Face screen emoji. Kenny. X Factor. Yes, indeed, baby. Lucy Flacco says, Bennett improved. OL made everything work that game. They don't get enough credit. Yes. The offensive line, the backups were stout. They were making ways for the running game. They were blocking for Stetson Bennett. I'm really stoked about this team, man. And the linebacking core as well, because once they get to the second level, these guys are able to crowd the ball carrier. And then you got Nate Landman, who is a surprise to me because I didn't know much about him. And then the more that I hear from camp and the more that I see him in scrimmages, I'm looking forward to the guy's like he punches the ball out specialist. He's always around the ball. He's a veteran. I told you that I likened him to, for you older guys, Shane Conlon back in the day when we went and got from the Bills, Shane Conlon. Michael says, I think that Bennett is too short, but he does have some wheels and he was looking crisp out there. Yeah, he's a shorter guy. That's why I liken him to Brock Purdy. And, but he has to prove that he can do it at the pro level. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, he is a shorter guy. I would love for him to be another 6 inches taller. V Ram, how you doing, Ram? Appreciate you. Stetson Bennett played well. I believe we have the best 3 quarterbacks indeed. I do too. That's exactly right. I ditto that opinion. Brian Smith, Xavier's kick return against San Francisco last year still gets to me one of the best plays. Yes, man, he was clutch. Let's get into another clip. Let's see. Here we go. Here's our secondary, baby. Here's our secondary doing their thing.
Rams house is looking forward to as well.
A 2nd down and 7 off play action. Joe Milton avoids the initial rush. Now heaves deep down the middle. And
wow. Great play. Great play.
Intercepted. Cam Lampkin took it away. It'll be a touchback.
Look at that.
There you go, baby. And they were swarming them. They had the Cowboys units. Our second unit had the Cowboys stymied for a long time, man. They made some good plays at the end. Sagna says, hilarious, the Niners let Schrader go. Yep. I didn't realize that I didn't even know that he was a Raider. Steve says, Schrader had 1 carry last year. We're good. Yeah, he didn't get a chance with them, but they have a couple of good running backs. But for what we need, he's a load. It could be a mistake because some of their guys get hurt. Deucey Falcons, Cowboys need more discipline. Listen, about the Cowboys, it's just preseason. Sometimes guys that go 4-0 teams, and they're like, man, they look pretty good, and then they're sorry in the regular season. But from what the Cowboys did last year in the regular season, and it looks like they don't have a lot of good backups. I didn't see like a lot of hustle, a lot of physicality. And then you already have their head coach making excuses like, oh, we played vanilla, where everybody does. Everybody does. Who said that they had McVay has his coaches doing the game plan? Hammer Time, how you doing, brother? I'm pleased by our entire effort yesterday. Teams looking incredibly deep. Yes, incredibly deep. This reminds me when the Greatest Show on Turf had all that young talent. We can't compare them to Greatest Show on Turf, but I'm just talking about the young talent, man. This is that young talent finally coming to the fruition, to the floor. That's what they were saying, the media. Brian Smith has a great point. It's been years since we've had a QB with any speed. And then we got Trent Green back in the day. Remember? We got Trent Green back in the day. And then there goes the Chargers, Rodney Harrison, right into his knees, man. But it was all, then after that was a Kurt Warner story. Brian Smith, it's good to see a running good to see a running QB like Stetson. Yeah, man, he brings a lot to the table. I'm really pushing for the kid, man. I'm really pushing for the kid. Oh, cool. Brian Smith says, Steve-O game is being broadcast late fourth quarter though. Cool. I didn't see what Steve put in there. I didn't see nothing. Yeah, man. Hopefully you can see it. It was a good game, and I understand that it's preseason. I understand that these are backups, but in my mind, I would rather have our guys executing, looking good, looking physical, the quarterback sitting in the back there, showing touch and doing things, the running backs looking good, than not, right? Jacques 42 says, once LeBron gets traded, I'll watch the Lakers again. Oh, LeBron. You know, it's crazy because LeBron, as great a player as he is, and he does that to himself a little bit too. For being such a great player, even the old fans give him some flack. That's just something about him. All right, let's go. Let's see. All right, here, let's get this. Did I show this one already? Hold on. Here we go. Let's. Did I show this one? Let's just put it up. Let's let Steady cook. Let's let Steady cook, baby.
First possession of the game belongs to Stetson.
All right, let me pause it. Pause. And here we go.
First possession of the game belongs to Stetson Bennett and the Rams. Sets the laces. What a throw over the top and across midfield.
Just working the last 2 preseasons out of empty. Good to see him standing in the pocket, waiting for the route to develop. And again, really nice catch by Smith.
Shotgun snap, Stetson Bennett. Cowboys coming after him. He heaves down the left sideline and caught! Veteran Ronnie Rivers in to spell him. Protecting for Stetson. Nice separation from Britton Covey. Stetson Bennett calls for the shotgun snap. Cowboys send Cole. He checks it down middle. It's Schrader. He's in.
What a play.
Fifth play, the Rams drive. Off the boots. Bennett flips his hips and flips it to Presley for the touchdown.
And so there it is. And I'm sorry the volume's kind of low on that clip, but you get the idea. It's just preseason, but the more reps he gets, the positive stuff that happens to him, then it just clicks, you know, because the kid's got some skill. Jose R says, Jake wants the Rams to keep Willie Lampkin. No, we have a lot of guys. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough sledding for them. There's just so many guys we might have to, you know, hopefully they'll stay on the practice squad. Should we cut this guy? It's always tough at the end, you know, at the end of making cuts, but that's a great thing to have. And hopefully you don't cut the wrong guy, but yeah, that's a great possibility. Mob Squad 357 says, I can't believe we actually have running back depth. And yes, and middle linebacker depth. Exactly right, baby. That's exactly right. It's a different year, man. It's amazing how this franchise with the Hacksaw Reynolds, the Animal Son, Laurinaitis, LondonFletcher.com with Super Bowl champion London Fletcher. Ernest Jones was on his way to being pretty good. That we just all of a sudden, I just get a couple of guys like, you know, I appreciate Roseboom and Troy Reader, and but that's an important position, man. But yeah, it's nice to have that. We do kind of like what the Niners do. Yep, my guy Mob Squad says, finally, the Rams are worrying about the middle linebacker and the running back position. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you, Mob Squad. Come in more often, brother. Subscribe so you come in more often and hit the like button. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, it's just amazing. The Rams do like the Niners do with the offensive line. As long as we have Trent Williams on that side, we're okay. You know, they got Pooney this time, but he kind of regressed a little bit at the end of the year. But he's a good player. But the rest of the line, like that's their main Achilles heel is that offensive line. And they're just like, we're good. We like who we got. And the same thing we do with the linebackers before this year. And so we got together. Well, not got together, but we got guys like Sean Dolick, undrafted guy that should have been drafted. Chris Paul Jr., Pooh Paul, I hate that nickname, but Chris Paul Jr., Omar Spates was uncovered. Got a chance to play because of injuries last year. And then now we got Nate Landman, that's a great hire. That's a great hire, a great pickup. So I love that. SM says, only reason Lampkin wasn't drafted was his height, but the guy has potential. Tape don't lie. Yeah. I mean, a lot of short guys are you know, it's what's here and what's here besides the physical ability. Of course, you got to have that to be a pro, but yes, indeed. Dizzy Falco says, I like Rams brother too. Yep, I like them too. I like them. They're good guys. Mod Squad says, geez, is Levi's that bad? It's horrible, man. The stadium is a brand new stadium. It's beautiful. in some respects because it's all pretty new. It's not that old, but it's like you're like a lobster. There's no shade. There's no shade. Thank you, SG. Rams View is the older guy. Yeah, I would like to do a podcast with him because he knows deeper, like Roman Gabriel and all that stuff. I would like to talk to him about that and ask what his opinion is about the woman who shall be nameless. I would love to hear his view. I'll let you guys know. I'm going to invite him on my show. Willie Bone says, well, Rams View with Pastor Joe. Yes, indeed. Give him a shout out, Pastor Joe. Check out his channel. Love it, guys. Love it, love it, love it. Hammer Time says, Stetson Bennett's composure was incredible. What a fantastic turnaround. Game looks like it's slowing down for him. Yeah, that's a great comment because that's what it takes. Reps, experience. You're not in your head. Like you don't have to do. You're like you got the fan. Like Stetson Bennett is a 2-time national champion. I say that because the crowd's going crazy. He's a Georgia Bulldog. He's been in big games, and he's like starting over now. And it took a turn for the worst in his first year because he had to get himself together. And then that slowed his progress. And then now you kind of doubt yourself and you kind of get yourself together. And so it takes all this stuff to get to this point. And so he's already been through hell. Then why can't he do the easy part, which is just play ball? That's my thing. And you have the right coach for that. That's why I don't like how people are so quick to write guys off. You know, this guy can do it in the NFL level. That's why I'm bringing up Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, Brock Purdy, guys that aren't really elite talents, but they're good and they can get by. Brock Purdy is in the perfect situation. He's got one of the best left tackles in football. He's got Kittle. He had Debo at one time. Ayuk and them are hurt, but he has Kyle Shanahan with that running game. He's good for that system, and he can run. That helps him. He doesn't have the greatest of arms, but he's successful. Are you telling me that Stetson Bennett can't do an impersonation but be himself? I like the kid. I'm staying bullish. If he can't do it, then he can't do it. He has to prove at the pro level for sure. But he's been in some great games, and that's a great point. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. He's not going to be Peyton Manning out there for sure, you know, or Kurt Warner, you know, with the arms and stuff like that. But he's got his own deal going on. Remember that last year in the preseason when he threw them picks and he kind of got himself composure and he kind of rolled out to the left and then threw that like sidearm underhanded pass, perfect dart down to the bottom where the wide receiver couldn't get hit and he got the touchdown. I remember that play. The guy's going to be the guy. If he keeps progressing, he'll be pretty good. Willie Buster, Nolan Cromwell, Pat Thomas putting listening out in the classic hits. Yes, indeed, the 79 Super Bowl. SM says Rams better keep Dolick and Lampkin. Listen, they were flying. Dolick was flying around. There's just so many guys that we got now. So, but I like it. Jacques 42 says I care about Lombardi trophies. Uniforms are for women. Love it. Yeah, we got to get that Lombardi at Levi Stadium. We got to get it. I know that Les Snead and Sean McVay are thinking about that. I wish the Ram Brothers guys would have said something like this to Kevin Demoff. Hey, Kevin, between me and you, as Ram COO and president, and me as a lifetime Ram fan, and I know that we win at SoFi. That's the greatest that we could ever do, dispatching the Niners NFC Championship game. Give me an idea of how happy you would be looking up looking down on the field and seeing Sean McVay holding up that Lombardi at Levi Stadium. Oh man, I know he's trying to be professional. He's the head of the man. I know that I can bring some out of him to you. Yeah, a little gleam in his eye, man, because I know that those regular season losses to the Niners hurt deep, just like us. I know that they can't stand the Niners like we do. I know that they can, and they know that the Niner fans coming to our stadium with Niner gear on, and then the last Tuesday they had a Dodger cap on and talking about go LA, or they had a Laker hat on talking about go LA, then they come to SoFi and they got their Niner stuff on, willing to pay 3 times the ticket price because they don't want to watch the game at Levi Stadium and get a sunburn. I would love to. I know that he would be happy about that. Of course, he's gonna be happy. The Rams win Super Bowl, but there, Willie Bus says, close the horns and the yes, yep. My guy, one Kelly Ram, how you doing, brother? What's up, me Ramilia? How you doing? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you as always. Thank you. But yeah, man, that SoFi is the very best place for us to win it. But the next one would be at Levi State. Man, I would be out just woo. All right. Here's a funny clip. So, Stetson Bennett is the talk of the town right now. That you played really good, young fella, this and that, and he's getting out interviewed. I think he was at this interview. Hold on, let me show you his interview real quick, and then I'll show you what I'm leading up to. Check this out. Eyes on the screen.
Yeah, I don't think there could be a better guy in the room than Matthew. A guy who's seen it all, been through it all, highs and lows, and just the way he goes out and handles each day. People throw it around. He's a total pro, but nine's nine, and I try to learn as much from him and just apply the best I can.
And so remember this interview, and I think it was this one. So remember that interview, right? He's talking, he's in front of the media, right? After the game. Okay, that's standard stuff. I don't know if it was timed wrong, or if maybe it was somewhere else, or maybe he had to throw a dump or something. McVay's like trying to give him, hey, Stetson Bennett, trying to call him out, close us out in the locker room, and they couldn't find him. So they said, Schrader, get in there. Check this out. I just busted it because I would like to know where he was at, but they're like, he's interviewing. Hold on. I'm sorry, coach. I'm on the dumper. Hold on. Here we go. Check this out. It just struck me as funny.
Hey, really good job, man. Way to finish out the game. So many guys made plays. Love the way that you guys brought the style of play to life, man. Give it up for yourselves on that, man. Outstanding job. Hey, leading the way tonight, Stetson Bennett. Get a break, man. Interview? All right, Cody Schrader.
Hey, these opportunities are limited. Let's take advantage of them every single day and build for what we're working for. Let's go. Family on me, family on three. 1, 2,
3. He's at an interview. I'm on the dumper, coach. I just thought that was funny because they're like, Stetson Bennett. L.A. Lou, how you doing, brother? Stetson says Stetson Bennett Stetson Bennett let's see, Stetson Bennett. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Stetson Bennett threw like the Stetson of old, and I'm excited about Cody Schrader's possibilities. Yes, indeed. Cody, the juice, number 32, Schrader's possibilities. Love it. Covey. Let's see. Hold on. When Willie Bones says LA Rams defeating the Dallas Cowboys, one color Ram, love it. VB says, I'm trying to skip around to catch up, guys. I'm sorry. I appreciate each and all you guys' takes and everything. I'm just trying to catch up. VB says, trade for Shooter. Man, isn't that suck that he's a decent quarterback? Why didn't we just, it's I think because they didn't want the circus with Deion Sanders and the media, hey Deion, you know why they didn't play your kid? I think that's all it was. Jack 42 says, Brian Cook Kenny. Appreciate you guys. VB says Xavier must make the team. He's a Ram through and through. Yes. No, he's going to make the team. That would be somebody would pick him up. Yes. Let me get into another clip. I really like this group of players, man. I really like it. And then props to this fella here. This guy's money in the bank. Here we go. Money in the bank. Party like it's 1999. Woo. I know that I'm dating myself. You guys ever see that Disney movie Gus with the field goal kicking donkey? Yeah, I used to see that as a kid. I love that movie. The guy's he's holding the football and the donkey is turning around that way and his back legs kicks the football. Oyich! Ball goes flying. He's got a helmet on and they got like a blanket over the top like a jersey, you know. That's Cardi with that leg, baby. We had Legatron. Yeah, but Willie Bowen's got the same take that I think is going on with Shadar, unfortunately. Is Willie Bowen says LA Rams don't need to be a circus like LeBum James and the LA Lakers. BB says Willie Shador's throwing dimes. Yes, he is. But I understand both things because we have a young team. We don't need to be distracted. That's what he's talking about. But yeah, the kid can play. It's crazy that these teams that need a quarterback, I mean, what else do you have to lose? The guy looks pretty good. ESG says, I've been hearing the Rams are going to have a great special team. Listen, they've been pretty good on special teams, and this year's not going to be any different for sure. Willie Bowen says, I have confidence in Stafford, Jimmy G, and Stetson Bennett. Yes, indeed. And remember, we wouldn't have that confidence in Stetson yet. He's still got to keep going, but we wouldn't have that confidence last year, but we do this year because he's a different player, man. He looks really good. BB says, I have confidence in Matt, but now that Manning is staying for 2 years, we need to plan ahead. Yeah, so he's talking about Arch Manning and said that he's not going to come out, but I really think that they gave like playing possum, that they gave that information that, the Rams are interested in Arch Manning. That might have been a possibility, but I think they were playing possum, like, they want one of the other guys to kind of throw people off the track to draft as Stafford's heir apparent. Michael says, it was good to see a majority of Ram fans at the game. It's always good to see that. Yes, indeed, for sure. Josie says, that comment was when you showed. Oh, got you. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the problem with falling behind. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's why I'm skipping around. And sorry for you guys getting late to your comments. Hammer Time says, hey, Rudy, how about Kyrie and Cody in the backfield? I like Cody, man. I like Cody. I was a little disappointed, a little bit, in not seeing Jarquez Hunter. I wanted him to go off for a deep one. He just couldn't get off. They were trying to. I missed the play where they pitched him the ball, and I didn't see that till later. So I was like, line him up in I formation and pitch him the ball like Eric Dickerson so he can get his legs out in front of him and use his speed. And then I saw that they tried to, but it was a little short pitch, and they, he just couldn't get off. He just couldn't get off. But I think once he gets more comfortable and he's able to show that game-breaking speed, he's another one that's going to be amazing. And here's a Mumpfield catch. Check this out, Willie Bowen and all you guys. Mumpfield with the tip ball catch. Let me pause it and set this up. It comes real quick, the clip on here. Here we go. And the title of that clip says every year the Rams have one. Are we going to have Puka Nakua 2.0, baby? 2.0. That's a lot to ask, but it's always good. Our wide receiver room is full, baby. BB says, what is the latest on Bo Limmer? Bo Limmer's still there. Are you talking about is he's injured? I haven't come across anything about his injury, but he's still there. He's going to be a backup to Colton Shelton. Brought in Colton Shelton. One of the things that I haven't talked about too much is he's bringing the leader, a veteran presence. He's got a little more experience. The perfect guy to bring in because we're expected to duel with the Eagles again in the NFC Championship game probably, and so we're going to need these experienced guys. But it's good to have a guy like that to be able to bring in, and he can learn under him. It wasn't his fault; he was a rookie, and And they made a play at the end of that game against the Eagles. But I like what we're doing, man. And then in midseason, hopefully Larry Jackson's been playing all year, and his blood clots situation is under control, and then we can use that. We can use free agency to get a guy to help us get over the top. DHP says, I don't feel bad for the Chargers injury because they have the ability to replace him and Joe Alt. I hope the Rams release the new uniforms already. Yeah, it's not going to be our uniforms. It's going to be the Nike rivalry uniforms. We put our 2 alternate uniforms aside. I know they've been saying for a few years, we're going to announce our uniforms next year instead of this year. And then now we get the rivalry uniforms from Nike. And we're only going to wear them one time. But I hope they're nice, though. Yes. Rubio says, it's just preseason, but Oxnard, Cowgirl, the Little D are in trouble. The Dallas Cow Chippers. Rubio says, Schrader is an absolute stud. Yes, indeed. Cody, the Juice Schrader, number 32. Don't call me, what was the quarterback's name? Schrader. But yeah, he looked good out there, man. He looked very good. Ducey Falco says, we call Levi Stadium SoFi North now. Yes, indeed, SoFi North. Word on the street is if the Rams sweep them again, they're going to put a statue of Jared Verse out there. Let's see. And then word on the street, too, is he said, if you're going to put a statue of me, make sure you put it in the shade. I'm here all week. Hold on. Let's see. And then here's the word right out of the horse's mouth. Sean McVay about Matthew Stafford's condition. Oh, I already did that, right? Let's just do it again. Here we go.
It was awesome. He looked good. He threw the ball really well. There was no limitations in terms of the types of throws. Deep, intermediate, short. We were moving the launch point, and he felt really good. And so we're looking forward to progressing him back into practice on Monday. But it was a good step in the right direction.
So tomorrow's the key. Sign of the cross. Tomorrow's the key. After those 60 throws, he threw every kind of ball that they wanted. Not really giving full effort, throwing every throw. They're not going to have him launch it, but every throw that needs to be thrown, 60 of them. They're going to see how he progresses, and then the practice. If he's able to practice tomorrow, then everything's hunky dory. If he has a little bit of a setback, not a big deal. Still some time, but we don't want any setbacks. The other thing, too, I want to let you guys know is Matthew Stafford has gotten – it's not the greatest thing at all to get an epidural. I mean, when are you due? You're not pregnant. Why are you getting an epidural? Well, the man is a warrior. He does everything he can to get himself together. And the epidural, he's got it before. So just so you guys know that. He manages – the guy, ever since he's been in the NFL, after a few years in the NFL, he's always had to manage his pain. And so that's not a great thing, but that's who he is, and he realizes that. And so that's why it's very important that we have his backside to protect him. But he's gotten that before. ESG says Stetson Bennett is in the right organization to revive his career like we did Baker Mayfield. Yep, that's my point exactly right. He still has to show it for sure, but yep. Jose R says, unify the horns, man. That's what I'm saying too, baby. I mean, these look okay, but I just like that full horn, baby. I just like it. Appreciate you, Jose R. Appreciate you, brother. Subscribe and come in more often. I appreciate you. Appreciate all you guys coming in as always, man. Thank you, guys. We can meet here more often, and always here, just so you guys know, I'm here Sunday at 7:05 and Wednesdays at 7:05, and also unannounced lives. But if you just remember, 7:05 Sunday and Wednesday is the 2 main days. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Let's see. Mm-hmm. ESG says, I hope when the Rams win the Super Bowl at Levi, that will be the only action Levi will get in the whole postseason. Yeah, man. That I just be so happy, man. I just be. Let's get my guy Mustard in here. Jay Schrader, thank you, SG. Don't call me Jay Schrader. Ducey Falco says, as McVay said, I see better than I hear. We're gonna see. That's a perfect way to do it, man. That's a way to do it. Mustard, how you doing, brother? Rudy, how's your Sunday? Great, it's going good, man. Great game yesterday. I know it's preseason, but F those Cowboys, exactly right. That's the main thing. We all understand that it's just preseason. It's just preseason. But we saw good things. Imagine we looked horrible. I mean, would we be happier? No. I'd rather have our team look like us than looking like them. Rubio says, McVay said that Stafford would be playing and practicing if it was the regular season. Yeah, he said that before. Great comment, Rubio. Exactly right. If it was the regular season, he would be ready to go. But yep. Let's get into another clip. Let's see. Devontae Adams on the sideline. Here we go.
Factors for us. It's good.
Oops.
There's one right on cue.
There he is.
Sorry. Sean McVay. Here we go. Oopsie.
Factors for us. It's good.
There's one right on cue.
There he is.
Josiah Stewart. Welcome to LA.
Race to the quarterback between he and Hampton. Joe Caniglia does such a good job with that group, and Josiah's really made his presence felt. I love the way that G Money is mixing it up too.
Where's my Devontae Adams clip? That was cool. I forgot about that one. Must have clicked on the wrong one. Here we go. For sure I did. Where are you at, Devontae? Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. I thought I got the clip, but I just got looking cool in these threads. Check out these shirts. I like it. Looking cool in them threads, baby. Devontae. I had a clip too, but I didn't. I guess I didn't bring it in here. Those are clue engineered for Los Angeles Rams NFC West. That's a cool looking shirt. Love it. And then two, how many Cowboys does it take to take one Jarquez Hunter down, to tackle him? How many do you think? How many do you think it takes to take one Jarquez Hunter down? Oh, but that's a great picture. But yeah, it's Victory Sunday. It was a great day. It was a great day. The Rams did their thing, 31-21. It wasn't even that close. The backups looked great. Offensive line looked great. Cody, the juice, number 32, Schrader, was doing his thing. Stetson Bennett was doing his thing. Thought he was at Georgia again. Willie Lampkin was doing his thing. Sean Dolick was running around. Chris Paul Jr. Let's see. Konata Mumpfield was doing his thing, making the catch. Dropped one ball. That's okay. Let's see. The offensive line looks stout and doing good. Secondary was pretty good in the beginning. Defense was swarming and physical. And let's see. Xavier Smith was doing his thing. Davis Allen. It was just a great all-around effort. And so I'm happy for these guys, and I'm happy for us that we have these guys at our disposal. That's McVay. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. All right, my little dog knocked some stuff over, scared the heck out of me. But yeah, so the team looked good. Stetson Bennett looked good. Everything's looking up. We'll see what happens with Stafford on Monday. McVay said that Stafford would be playing. Yep, we got that already. Rubio says Evans has a bazooka for a leg. Yeah, man, our special teams, our kickers, everything's great. Hammer Time says Cody Schrader reminded me of an old 49er running back, Roger Craig, that used to kill us. Can't believe that they didn't see that. It would be nice to have him slamming those same Niners. Man, he's going to do it, man. He looked really good. And then just wearing that number 32 remind me of the Juice. He reminded me of the Juice. Stewart with the sack. Josiah Stewart, thank you. Josiah Stewart was in there. Love it, man. Love it. Love it. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, man, the team looks really good, man. Here's the Georgia Bulldogs in the house, the Rams house. And but yeah, I appreciate you guys coming in today. Thank you guys. We'll see you guys again on Sunday, Wednesday night, 7:05. And again, thank you for spending your Sunday with me. I appreciate you guys. And everything's looking good. We'll keep an eye on tomorrow. If I get a chance, I'll try and come on tomorrow. So look for the alert on that one. 7:05 is usually the time I come in. And but yeah, usually the days will be Sunday and Wednesday, 7:05, and we'll see how Stafford's day went. Hopefully he'll be good. And I appreciate you guys. Love each one of you guys. Appreciate you. Have a great Sunday night. As we always say, may the Remelia be with you. And Remulators, mount up. Have a good night, guys. Appreciate you.